General Hospital spoilers reveals that Martin is facing immense pressure as the stories and tasks he's taking on become more complicated than ever before. The changes occurring in his work not only push him into difficult situations but also force him to make conflicting choices, especially concerning his relationships with Nina and Willow. While Martin tries to remain loyal to both, he is forced to confront the truth that he cannot guarantee both of their best interests at the same time. The story becomes more tense as new developments gradually unfold, pushing Martin to the brink of betrayal. External pressures, along with mounting responsibilities, make him reconsider decisions that he knows will break the trust Nina and Willow have in him. This tension not only destabilizes Martin but also fractures his relationships with the two women who had placed great trust in him. Ultimately, Martin must make a life-altering choice, which may involve betraying both Nina and Willow to safeguard his personal interests or secure a larger plan. This action will not only thrust him into a vortex of doubt and criticism but also spark new conflicts, leading the story to a dramatic climax with unpredictable consequences. What happens next will be a major test for Martin, as he faces the criticism and loss of trust from those who once believed in him. Martin is serving as Willow's lawyer in her divorce from Michael, a task that has become even more complicated with Tracy's outrageous demands. Tracy, with her calculating and powerful personality, is attempting to use Willow's divorce as leverage to fight against the affair between Drew and Willow, which she sees as a direct threat to her family and her own interests. Tracy's demands are not only a legal challenge but also a ticking time bomb in the already tense relationships between the characters. Martin, while trying to stay neutral and protect his client's interests, must face pressure from Tracy, who has the ability to manipulate the situation to achieve her goals. Tracy's decisive actions are not only aimed at protecting the Quartermain family legacy but also at exposing Drew and Willow's secret relationship, throwing both of them into a difficult position. The story becomes more dramatic when Martin realizes that it is impossible to simultaneously protect Willow and handle Tracy's demands. This not only pushes him into a stressful state but also strains his trust with Willow as she begins to doubt the loyalty of her lawyer. Meanwhile, Drew and Willow face greater risks than ever before as their relationship is brought into the open, threatening not just the divorce but also their reputations and futures. The next developments will be filled with tension as Martin must make a difficult choice: side with Willow to protect her in the legal battle or compromise with Tracy to preserve his position and interests. This divorce story is not just a courtroom fight but the epicenter of complex conflicts and schemes, promising to lead to a dramatic climax in General Hospital. Martin is increasingly frustrated and unable to accept Willow's contradictory decisions and actions. She seems to be caught up in impulsive and dangerous actions, putting herself and those around her at risk. Martin, who has always maintained professionalism and caution in his work, is now pushed to his limits as he realizes that Willow is not only jeopardizing her divorce case but also creating unpredictable dangers. Willow's thoughtless and emotional actions are making everything more complicated than ever. She is not only losing Martin's trust, who has tried his best to defend her in the divorce from Michael, but is also paving the way for hidden dangers. Martin, with his deep understanding of law and the complex relationships in Port Charles, realizes that Willow is heading down a path fraught with unforeseen consequences. The story becomes more haunting as Martin begins to see that Willow might pay a heavy price for her actions. The secrets she is trying to hide or the relationships she is maintaining could quickly turn into weapons against her. This not only puts Martin in a difficult position but also makes him question whether he should continue standing by Willow. If Willow continues down her current path, she could face severe consequences, from losing custody to having her reputation destroyed. The upcoming developments promise dramatic highs, posing a significant question: will Willow be able to save herself before everything collapses, or will she be overwhelmed by her own mistakes? The adjustments in Martin's actions and the rising tension in their relationship promise to take the story to a new, unexpected, and emotional height. The already tense relationship between Martin and Nina, as well as Willow, is getting worse, turning them from allies to enemies. Nina, with her decisive personality and willingness to protect her family, is becoming increasingly suspicious of Martin after noticing that he is not fully on her side in the legal conflicts with Willow. Meanwhile, Willow, who had placed great trust in Martin in the divorce with Michael, also begins to feel betrayed by his increasingly perplexing actions. The story becomes more haunting as Martin, feeling pressured from all sides, begins to distance himself from Nina and Willow, choosing his own path to protect his personal interests. This not only escalates the tension but also widens the underlying conflicts, plunging everything into a new whirlwind of chaos. Notably, the relationship between Martin and Tracy is shifting from collaboration to an unexpected connection. Their increasing interactions are not only professional but also contain the sparks of a passionate and intriguing romantic relationship. Tracy, with her sharp mind and power, not only attracts Martin but also offers him a strong ally in future plans. Their pairing promises to create a sizzling and unexpected couple, while also heightening the chaos in the relationships around them. The new developments involving Martin, Tracy, Nina, and Willow are pushing the story toward a new climax. With schemes, betrayals, and intertwined emotions, General Hospital promises to bring unpredictable dramatic twists where every character must face choices that could change their lives forever. Willow and Drew are facing a new series of accusations that push both of them into a tense and complicated situation. These accusations not only disrupt their personal lives but also make them targets of greater conflicts within the Port Charles community. Willow, who is trying to rebuild her life after personal setbacks, now faces accusations that could undo everything she is trying to protect. The situation worsens as the conflicts between Willow and those around her, especially Nina and Carly, intensify. These accusations are not just coming from outsiders but also from former allies, causing Willow to become isolated and unstable. Drew, in his role as Willow's protector and partner, is also caught up in this tension, forced to make difficult choices between defending Willow and facing pressure from his family and the community. The story reaches its peak when Willow is pushed into a dark situation, where she must face harsh truths and choose whether to fight to protect herself or accept defeat. These explosive developments not only reveal hidden secrets from Willow's past but also raise significant questions about her and Drew's future. Willow, though hurt and isolated, is ready to do anything to stand her ground, creating a dramatic tension. The upcoming events promise to be full of intensity as Willow and Drew face unavoidable consequences. Will they overcome these accusations and regain peace, or will this story pull them into a darker spiral, changing everything forever? Their choices and actions will shape not only their personal relationship but also the futures of those around them, opening a new, tense, and unpredictable chapter in General Hospital. Willow and Drew are being pushed into the center of a new wave of accusations, making their lives more complex and tense. These accusations are not only affecting their relationship but also threatening to unravel every connection they've tried to build with others. Willow, who has already faced many personal challenges, is now in a dangerous position as these accusations seem to be targeting her, turning her into a target of conflicts and hidden schemes. The accusations against Willow are not just baseless words but seem to be backed by powerful forces aiming to bring her down. Nina, who has a complicated relationship with Willow, doesn't hesitate to use these events to pressure Willow and destabilize her position in the custody battle. Carly, loyal to her family, also does not fully trust Willow, especially after the attention Drew and Willow's relationship has begun to attract. Drew, as Willow's partner and protector, is swept into this whirlwind of accusations. He faces criticism from his family, particularly Michael, as his relationship with Willow is seen as causing unnecessary trouble. Meanwhile, Drew must also fight to protect his reputation and standing in the community as the accusations begin to spread and affect everyone involved. Willow, under immense pressure from all sides, is gradually being pushed into a dark situation where she must make tough choices. The secrets from her past, once hidden, begin to surface, increasing the suspicion and opposition from those around her. Willow, who has always tried to stand her ground, is now isolated and without much support, forced to find a way to fight on her own to protect herself and her children. These accusations not only harm her mentally but also push Willow into dangerous situations, where she must face those who are willing to use any means to bring her down. Meanwhile, Drew tries to stand by her, but the pressure from relationships and the current situation makes it hard for him to maintain his role. The story becomes more dramatic as these accusations start to break Willow's relationships with those she loves. Her relationship with Michael, Carly, and even Nina reaches a breaking point, pushing her into a more unstable state than ever before. Meanwhile, Drew, though always trying to protect Willow, starts to wonder if he's doing the right thing or only making the situation worse.